scars in my face. Every corner holds a memory in its place. Walls whisper stories of laughter and tears. This is my kingdom I've built through the years. My home, where my heart beats loud. Every brick a piece of me shouted proud. It's not just walls, it's the love in the...
Good day, everyone. I'm Asan Ihechifego. I'm the owner of Chingdemi Beauty Foods and More. And today I'll be talking on home site. Now, this is my first post, and please, I want you to always tune in and watch more of my posts and videos. And I know you you are going to gather a whole lot of knowledge. So let me dive into what I have in my book because I don't want to drift away. I just want to be focused. So home economics and psychology are distinct yet sometimes overlapping fields. Yeah, that explore different aspects of human life and well-being. Psychology explores different aspects of human life and well-being. Okay, before I go deep into this, I didn't think I told you what home science is all about. Home psych is all about. Home psych is about home economics and psychology combined together. So you would have the kind of life you want, the kind of things you want, and even know how to manage even the little things you have without being stressed, overly stressed, because sometimes stress is actually a good thing. Let's go back again. Home economics called family science. You can call it family science, you can call it consumer science, focuses on so many things, and we are going to be looking some of the things home economics focus on. One, on practical skills and knowledge needed to manage a household and family life effectively. Home economics focuses on practical skills. In home economics, we give you practical skills you could use to manage your household and family life effectively. I believe that the heartbeat of every man, woman, even children is how to, manage that place they call a home, that place they go and they're happy, they want to go back to. Everybody wants the way, like wants to know how to manage it for the effective, for the effective for effectiveness. So it encompasses areas like food and nutrition. In home economics, there are areas we know as food and nutrition, clothing and textile, housing and interior design, personal finance, child development, and family relationship. If we understand the foundations of these things, I just call this fields I called, which is under home economics, I promise you, at least we'll have a good light ladder to climb on while taking care of our home and trying to maintain and manage our home effectively. Now let's look at the goal of home economics. The aim is to equip individuals and families with the skills to make informed decisions about resource management. So it wants to give us informed decisions about management, how we can manage our things, how we can manage our finances, how we can manage relationship, how we can manage our clothing, our food, and etc. So it gives individual and family with that the skills, you understand, to make informed. They say knowledge is power, and truly knowledge is power. When you don't have information, sometimes you just go just anywhere and just do things and try and error. Maybe it comes that way, it doesn't come out well, fine. But then when you're informed, you know what you want to do. When you're informed, you know, okay, should I put try and error in this place if it's not working with this information I have? But at least you know something about that thing. At least you know the basis of that thing. It's really help. Information is power. And also create healthy and sustainable living environment. You see, home economics wants individuals and families to create a healthy and sustainable living environment. Man, I want my home, I want my environment to be healthy and sustainable. You understand? I want it to be a place where people can really come and even get healed. Yes, there are some places you go and then you get healed. That is because it is a living and sustainable word, a healthy and a sustainable environment, and foster positive family dynamics. It often emphasizes practical and appreciation and skill practical appreciation and skill building. You see, everything like trying to put practice into what you're doing, like okay, how you can sweep your house, how you can clean things, how you can do this, and also skill building. Yes, it emphasizes on skill building because this is that even if you have all the job and all the job, you still need a skill in order to manage your life. And sometimes having a skill is very good. Maybe during your retirement you can go back to your skill, or even at old age. Sometimes when you go to all these homes, old people homes, you find out that they learn a whole lot of things. They learn things like let me say hand stitches, embroideries, what do you call them again, knitting, crocheting. All these things are very good, and really they can foster our health. So you see, this is one of the goal of these are the goals of home economics. Let's look at modern scope. You say contemporary family and consumer and science has broadened its scope to areas to address societal issues. So the modern scope have broadened home economics to bring in societal issues that have to focus on issues like that have to focus on some stuff like consumer education. Why do I buy the things I buy? Most times, most of us, we go out and you just buy things and we call it impulse buying. But what actually caused you to buy what you don't really want to buy? Something you didn't even plan for, you didn't budget, and you just have money and then you just saw it and then you bought it. You see, we are going to be dealing on a whole lot of that, and you'll be knowing the reason why you do such things. Sustainable living, work-life balance. The work-life balance is very important, really, really very important. If there's no if there's no balance in your work life, let me tell you, it's going to affect your children, your family, and every other thing around you. People need to be balanced in work. You need to know if the money you're in, then maybe you're pursuing a career, and your career is not really fetching you what you need. Like, you're not just this your career, this your passion, but then you need resources, you need money in order to meet up with your children's school fees. Most of us we want our children to attend good schools, and it's to wear good clothes, it's good food. You would know how to balance your life. And also, most of us have very good jobs, but we don't still know how to balance our family life and our job life. One place is there's let me see, there are lapses in the other place, and the other place is just growing. And at the end of everything, after you find out that okay, yeah, I've gotten the car, I've gotten the house, I have everything, but now you've retired and you're old, and then right now and then you need something. There's something you're not looking for, because most times people are just so focused, and not like they don't like relationship, but they're just okay, can we keep this relationship? Why don't we just fight for this money, get this money, so that when the time comes, we'll get. Now you're the one, that was your choice, but that was not the other person's choice. The other person is not feeling the way you're feeling, and after so many years you come back, okay, now I'm done, I'm retired, now let's enjoy this life. And then you find out that a whole lot of things have gone wrong. So many things have gone wrong. It might even be at that stage, at that space, when you think that okay, let's enjoy this money. Your wife just come up to say, I want to file a divorce. And you're like, why? No, you're not supposed to be filing a divorce. I was working hard for you. But you see, that is just it. So be learning a whole lot of things. And community engagement. Community engagement is really, really very important. Let me give you for example now. Due to the issue of insecurity right now, most times in some areas you see boys, they just enter and they just steal and do that. Just imagine if the community have a serious engagement on what to do, even when the government is not really answering, or the government is not really doing what they are supposed to do. Community engagement, people coming together to form community groups and the rest, can really help. Even online, yes, there are community engagement online. People use that to also sell their business, and you need to understand all of this and how these things can be run effectively. Often with a focus on individual and family. Now, one important thing is often with a focus on individual and family well-being within a larger social context. So next, I'll be diving into psychology. So psychology is the scientific study of the human mind and behavior. It explores a wide range of topics, including perception, cognition, emotion, motivation, personality development, social interaction, and mental health. And when you look at what I just said right now, you find out that nobody can actually do without those things. Like, these things are part of our life. The way you perceive things, the way you see things. And that's the reason why you see most times people are talking and another person just saying something. And people just turn and look at them. Why you see? Why you always out of points? That's the way they perceive those things. And they'll be understanding this thing from the very beginning of development, how we can enhance, sustain, and become better individuals for ourselves and our family. So let's look at the goal of psychology. The primary goal of psychology are to describe, explain, predict, and influence behavior and mental processes. So we describe this. Psychologists describe this mental processes. We describe it. We tell you this is what you're saying, this behavior is like this, it's like this. We help you understand it, we help you break such behavior down, and then they explain it to you. They explain it, that is the breaking down, sorry. They explain it vividly to you so that you understand what you are dealing with, how you can also help yourself. And then they predict. Sometimes we predict, okay, this can lead to this problem can lead to this other problem. And you would know how to, okay, curtail some of the things you see. Yeah, you know how to curtail them. And influence behavior. Now, one of the most beautiful things is to influence behavior, because after we are done describing, explaining, predicting, the most important thing is that we want to influence your behavior. We are interested that we are seeing changes in your behavior. So it's using scientific method to understand the underlying mechanism of human thought and action. Yeah, we use scientific method to understand the underlying mechanism of human thought and action. So let's look at its application. Psychology has diverse application in areas such as clinical therapy, education, business, law, sports, and and it's so many areas. There is no area actually where you cannot apply psychology or use the knowledge you learn from me to apply. You can apply it in any area of your life for a smooth and effective living. So aiming to improve individual well-being, performance, and societal functioning. You understand? If you can understand yourself, your personality, your environment, and so many other things, I believe it will really help you in building that, wow, that big dream of home you have been aspiring to have. So you see that. Now let's look at the overlap, that is the connection between home economics and psychology. It says family relationship. you know in every home, the most important thing is family relationship. I'm telling the truth, don't joke with family relationship, more especially starting with your own home. Don't joke with don't joke with that family relationship. So I say both fields are interested in understanding family dynamics, communication patterns, conflict resolution, and the impact of the family on individual development and what well-being. So both are very, very concerned and interested in that. So we understand that the home is made up of relationship, and when we don't understand relationship management, it becomes a problem, since psychology is concerned about individuals. The home is made up of individuals, people, a father, a mother, children, siblings, grand uncle, grand aunt, nibblings, and whatever it is made up of. But you see, when we don't understand how to manage these relationships, when we don't understand other people's behavior and even how behavior can influence us to some extent, you see, we just take that becomes like a stronghold, and before you know, things are just tearing apart. And I believe we don't really need that. So it's important we understand that, healthy people, I believe, makes up healthy family. When you say healthy family, then I'm telling you, just look at the individuals there. You're already seeing healthy individuals in that family. Now, two, child development. Both explore the physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development of children, though with different primary focuses. practical care versus underlying psychological processes. You see that? Families should also be concerned about heredity and environmental factors that affect the child development, which is very important. But psychology is looking at the psychological processes, while home economics focus at practicals, practicalizing, you understand? So I'm telling you, this course is really going to be a very interesting one. Then let's look at consumer behavior. Psychology provides insight into how individuals make purchasing decisions, while home economics focus on practical consumer skills and financial management. We have already stated before that home economics really focus on practicals. So psychology wants to know, psychology provide insights, like you have insight and knowledge. You understand on, okay, this is how I should spend, this is how I should see things. So the fact that an advertisement just popped up online, and or on my TV, or just anywhere, even it could be a new product and you're just going to market and you want to change, and then you see new products of detergent, doesn't mean that you should just go into it just because they drew a beautiful girl or one fine family, and most times they know how to get us. The truth and the fact is that we all want to see a happy family. We all like a happy family, and most people have bought their products just seeing the father and the mother and the children smiling and looking so nice. The guest hair is well kept. What attracts us to these things like this? Even when the product is very bad, those advertisements really attract us. Just branding, it just catch our minds. You understand that? But then beyond that, also we need to say, why should we buy this thing? How effective would this be? Okay, this detergent I'm buying, is it useful or not? Okay, this detergent I'm buying, is it harsh on my clothes? This high economics, some economics for you. So you see that. Then let's look at number 4, well-being. It says, well-being and mental health. The creation of a stable and supportive home environment, a focus of home economics. Home economics always wants to give you a stable and a supportive home environment. You want to create it. You really want to create it. At home, when you come, you just, the first time you just enter, you're just like, wow, this is heaven. But that might actually not be heaven. So you see that. And okay. So it says the creation of a stable and supportive home environment, a focus of home economics, can significantly impact mental and emotional health, which is really true. That's why you see hospitals don't use some kind of colors, because they are dealing with mentally sick people, or even people who are physically sick. But the color sometimes really help brightens them up. Just imagine somebody's dying of ulcer, stomach pain, and then you put them in a dark room. No, you shouldn't put them in a dark room. Yeah, you shouldn't put them at least so that there will be something about life surrounding them. I'm telling you the truth, there will be something about life surrounding them. It really helps. I'm telling you the truth, it really helps. So significantly impacts mental and emotional health, a focus of what? Psychology, stress management, coping mechanism, and the impact of the physical environment on mood are areas of potential overlaps. So I hope you've understood what we are going to be doing in this channel, and I'm telling you, we'll be doing a lot of practicals, and also be looking at ourselves, our mental well-being, the processes, what makes us to do the things we do, and how we do those things, why we choose the kind of things we choose. So please, I'm going to be expecting you next time on this channel. I'll be so pleased and glad and very happy to have you next time on my channel. Thank you. And if you have any question on a kind of question, please drop, or if you see something you just want us to talk more, elaborate on, please just send your messages to me and I'll be replying.
Subscribe.